Please join me in welcoming our good buddy Matt Lee is here and talking about some real estate information, specifically what's happening with the Kingston market. We're looking at April stats.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
have been recently released.
Yeah, everything looks good. I mean, we're going to go into the nitty gritty and take a look at it. But the two things that I would say is everything still looks really good, but don't take it for granted.
What does that mean?
I think that we have a lack of supply. I think that there is still a big drive for buyers to get out there and make sure that they, are looking at everything and as soon as they can. But I think that we need to make sure that the houses need to look top notch. I think that buyers are being a little critical to make sure that they're getting what they want and that they're not overpaying for something. I think that we have a really healthy market. I'm just saying, don't take it for granted.
I see. There is that risk when there is a shortage that people are going to be paying well more than market value.
Yeah, but if we look at the average price that we have here, you'd think, well, there's nothing out there. We're going to pay the X amount of dollars more, and then all of a sudden, our average price would be thrown way off. We don't see the median being thrown way off. We don't see the average being thrown way off. I mean, it is climbing at a faster rate in the last 3 years than it has over the last 10. But it's not something that is this Toronto, Vancouver spikes and falls and all of these things.
Even Ottawa, I'm hearing.
Yeah, Ottawa's extremely busy. They're building at a really good rate. So, I mean, what we saw through CMHC stats was that their construction, they were ahead of it. And they're keeping up to a supply, which is really good.
Okay, well, they're a government town, so are we. We'll take a look at what you can break down for us here.
Yeah, so April stats, total listed was 893. Number of sales in April was 462. We're just
this is one
over
month.
1 month.
462 units sold. Wow.
Correct, yes. But you look at it and we say, okay, we're just over 50%. We're at 51.74%. Average list price of sold homes was $392, $336, which means the average was right in that under $399, somewhere between $350 and $399, and it just matters to kind of average it out and find exactly where that number lies. So
those include condos too.
That includes everything actually. So I actually put in vacant land, farms, residential, everything just to see what was happening across the whole board.
I noticed Princess Street, there's a lot of tearing down of the older buildings along Princess.
Yeah, there's a big push in Williamsville to revamp. Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, there is a lot of new buildings that are going up. University Suites is going to look excellent. There's another building that's going up at the corner of Victoria and Princess, and it's an amazing design. And I believe that there's another one on the north side that's happening as well. So I'm sure if you were to talk to the city, they're trying to get more hydro, trying to get more services into that area, because that is going to be an area that they're going to have densification happen quite a lot.
Bodes well for retail too.
Yeah, exactly.
All those people looking to do some shopping.
And they'll make you put in, there is certain buildings that you'll look at and you'll say most of the bottom is commercial, is because they're saying, okay, you got to have commercial in this residential building so that we can still have the shops along the street.
Yeah. Looking forward to the future of Williamsville. Here are some more stats to break down for us. So
the average sale price, so we had average list price of sold homes, but this is the average sale price is $386, $362. So we're still, this is a very healthy market. This is a, retirees, first home buyer, average family price. This is really good from my perspective. Average days on market, 31 days. So what we're seeing is there's certain houses that aren't selling, which are taking that average longer. But we're still seeing some houses expire, of course. So you got very low average of expires, which is about, just 14.22%.
What are some of these homes? Are they fixer-uppers? Are they overpriced?
If you were to look at it, it's probably, when I looked at the houses that didn't sell on the stats, it was a higher price. So like if it said that there was houses that were, average list price was $392, the average non-sold houses were close to $500. So that tells me that some of those expired off. Likely is that. I would say that, because fixer-uppers, if it's in the right price range, people are going to buy it and they're going to renovate it anyways. So it just depends.
And this is May, traditionally a very, very busy month. And
May is the busiest month of the year that we've seen if you look at a stat chart across the last 5-10 years. I mean, basically you kind of look at it and you watch the spike happen. It starts in March, depending on weather, and it works its way through into July. On average, August tends to slow, but then you pick up again for the fall, and you're doing September, October, November. you get 2 weeks out from Christmas and you slow down again.
Well,
So
I know
it
you
works.
turned off your cell for this segment.
Yeah.
You turned it back on now. Get to work.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
someone's
right.
calling you right
I
now.
gotta go, yeah.
You gotta go, Matt. Okay.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.